Hello, Minato.
Who are you, and why am I trapped here?
Who I am doesn't matter. Who you are, now that's important. I've been watching you for a while, and I think that you're the perfect candidate.
Candidate for what?
The Chunk Games. A brutal challenge only the most lifeless, dedicated players can handle.
What exactly are the chunk games?
Eager to begin. Here's how it works. The map is divided into 64 by 64 tile squares. We call them chunks. You are currently trapped inside the Lumbridge chunk until you complete everything that there is to do. Then, and only then, will you earn the right to roll another random chunk, just to do it all over again.
Okay, that sounds simple enough, but seriously, why do these chunk games even exist? What's the point?
The people of Gielinor love to watch others struggle. They pay me handsomely in GP to find strong candidates, as well as to create new, exciting twists to keep the games fresh.
Alright. Well, what kind of twist are we talking about this time?
I'm glad you asked. It wasn't enough for the people of Gielinor to just watch the contestants suffer. Now, they want to participate, to shape your destiny themselves.
Participate? How exactly are they going to do that?
It's simple, really. Every fifth chunk will be chosen by the people of Gielinor. They'll get to vote on where you go next.
That's insane. They're going to send me into some 3,000 hour grind. The chunk games will be dead almost instantly.
I understand your concern, and I've already planned for that. From the start, you'll have the ability to block 3 rollable chunks. These chunks become unrollable until you choose to unblock them. You'll also receive 1 additional chunk block every 10th chunk roll.
Okay, well, that's definitely a relief.
Don't get too comfortable. No contestant has ever come close to unlocking every chunk on the map, and that's the only way that you're getting out of here.
Alright. Enough yapping. Just tell me what I have to do.
With pleasure. Here are the rules. Here are the exceptions. Now, here are your major tasks for your current chunk. Good luck, Minato. You're going to need it.
What's up, everyone? Welcome to the first episode of my Extreme OneChunk Ironman. I am a huge fan of the game mode, and I've decided to take on the challenge. In honor of the GOAT Lumbridge, I'm going to be starting this series in the Lumbridge Castle. This first chunk has some insane grinds, such as 99 defense and 99 woodcutting. And I'm currently addicted to my hardcore, so I will be playing this account on and off when I have time. And I will be mostly AFKing on it, so the goal for this first episode is to get 99 woodcutting to wear the woodcutting cape, as well as 72 fletching to fletch a U shield. I'll try to do as many clues as possible, as well as open as many mystery boxes as possible, with the hopes of being blessed with a mythical scimitar for the defense grind. Lastly, this account is currently a hardcore Ironman, and that obviously isn't compatible with this game mode, so I'm sure I'll lose it sometime in the future. Alright, so I just spent the last 10 minutes getting absolutely wrecked by men. But we got enough GP from pickpocketing to buy a bronze axe, a steel axe, and a knife from the general store, so we can now officially get this woodcutting grind started. Alright, and we have completed the first mini goal of the series. 200,000 arrow shafts have been fletched, and that puts us at 60 woodcutting and 45 fletching. I think that this is enough arrow shafts for now, and I'm going to start cutting bows and then selling it to the general store to start getting that sweet RuneScape Bitcoin. Also, I just learned that it is incredibly hard to get clue steps that you can actually complete. When I would watch YouTubers get excited over opening up an easy or a beginner casket on a chunk specific account, I was like, they are overreacting a bit too much. But now I really get their excitement. I wanted the first clip of the grind to be me opening up 5 beginner caskets and 5 of the mystery boxes that you get from random events. But I don't even have one of those, and I've been chopping trees for like 20 hours or something. Like, I don't know if I should be cutting oak trees instead of willow trees, because I'm pretty sure oak trees have a higher percent chance of dropping birds' nests or something like that. But I'm gonna be chopping willow trees because this is a long grind, and I would prefer to be AFK for longer periods of time, and obviously willows would be more AFK, so I'm gonna stick with this, and hopefully it doesn't screw me over in the long run, but only time will tell. So once I started woodcutting, I made sure that every 30 minutes I would take my ass down to the magic tutor and finesse her out of 30 air runes and 30 mine runes. And if you look at my inventory, you can see that I only have 30 air runes and 30 mine runes. So yeah, I dropped my stack and then I forgot to pick them up. So I just lost about 1500 of each, and I am pretty damn salty right now, to say the least. Alright, here we go. Level 75 woodcutting. We have 1.2 million woodcutting experience and still only have 2 beginner clues that we can do. So, man, this is way harder so far than I thought it was going to be to get beginner caskets. At the beginning of the episode, I said I was just going to be playing this account passively, but man, have I quickly become addicted to this mode. We are closing in on our first chunk goal, which is to fletch a U-shield. We are only 4 levels away, so that is pretty exciting. And then after that, I am going to be focusing my energy on 60 fire making, because it is also a chunk task to burn a U-log, so that is what we will be doing next. Honestly, I think we've made a decent amount of progress, so I'm just going to show you guys my bank real quick. We have over 200k cash, bunch of birds' nests, and an uncut diamond, which means we now have another chunk task. So we will need to get 43 crafting to cut this bad boy, which is really, really annoying and tedious. But yeah, that's what I signed up for, I guess. Luckily, work this week was extremely slow, and I was able to get a ton of fletching done. So here we go. Level 72 fletching. And here is the first major chunk task completed. Fletching a U shield. And now it is time to start the fire making grind. So let's go ahead and start that. Wow, that was really fast. We went from level 1 to level 60 fire making in one normal log. And here is the second major chunk task completed. Burn a U log. And there we go. I had to manually do it. Boom. 2 of the 3 chunk tasks of the video completed. Let's go, boys. I did not know that I could AFK train fire making by just stoking a campfire. So when I found that out, I played a disgusting amount and just knocked that out really fast. So these are the spoils from completing those 2 chunk tasks. 329k, 1 beginner casket, and 2 mystery boxes. We got 1 beginner casket in 2.2 million woodcutting experience, so I don't expect to be getting many more of those. And I decided to stop collecting mind and air runes because I kept fucking disconnecting. And if I disconnected while they were on the floor and I lost them, I'd be extremely mad. Now that we are done with those 2 chunk tasks, we can focus on the big grind of the episode, 99 woodcutting. I'm going to be cutting this oak tree over here. Shout out to this guy, Sweaty Chunk. He's going ham over here. I'm going to be cutting that oak tree and saving all of the logs in case I ever roll a construction chunk. I have been here for like 2 days, and this asshole right here, Rich Looter, he has like 5 or 6 accounts, and all he does is spam people calling them broke and poor to try to get them to trade him. He then runs over here where it's PvP enabled, and he logs in on another account right here, and then he specs them out. I've seen him do this to about 5 people in just 2 days. I do not know how this lure is happening in the big 2025, but I am going to try and see if I can get it on video. Look, look right here. Trade, bro. So I have something very interesting to share with all of you guys. I just recently went back and watched the results from Stowy and Lumbridge's 99 woodcutting, and I noticed that they were getting way more beginner caskets than I was. So I just assumed that they took a majority of the beginner clue steps out of Lumbridge. But after a conversation I had with Sweaty Chunk, he told me that there were actually 3 beginner clue steps in Lumbridge, but he's also only been getting the Bob step, which is the same exact step that I've been getting. So we have concluded that Bird's Nest must be bugged, which fucking sucks. If that is the case, then I am going to be getting absolutely shafted. Also, shout out to Sweaty Chunk. He has one of the craziest OneChunk accounts I have ever seen. Seriously, go look this guy up right now. Right now, he is hunting a medium clue step. So apparently he's doing like an extreme plus OneChunk mode. I don't exactly know all of the rules, but the last thing he needs to do in this chunk is get a medium clue step where you have to go kill a man, and then once you kill the man, he drops a key. So he needs that key from that man, and he has over 30 million woodcutting experience, and he still does not have that key. And after that conversation we had about the beginner clue being bugged, he's questioning whether or not that is also the case with medium clues. So, yeah, it's been a very interesting day today. Here we go, level 85 woodcutting. We are 1/4 of the way to level 99. I do not know how I am still alive. I have been AFKing my ass off, not paying even a little bit of attention to my screen, and I'm perfectly fine. I've been watching the Deadman Mode All-Stars Season 2. Shout out to Solo Mission for bringing us this amazing content. But with that being said, I hope his team gets shit on. I really want either Odablock, Bodhi, or the Smorks to win. Level 90 woodcutting completed. Deadman Mode All-Stars Season 2 just came to an end. I really wanted Odablock's team to win, but they honestly stood no chance against the Solo Mission Snakes. I don't think that Ditterbitter deserves the hate he is currently getting. I know he likes to troll and he likes to rage bait and all this and that, but there are some people that honestly believe that he is the person that took Oda offline. Like, bruh, do you really think Ditterbitter would do something like that? I don't know. I think that part of it is crazy. I'm hoping that next season they take away the food advantage for the kills that you get. I know it's supposed to incentivize more PvP and stuff like that, but it was just way too much of an advantage. I haven't really shared too much about myself, but I'm kind of in a weird spot in life. I currently work in a chemical factory and production has been slow, so I've been able to play a good amount of RuneScape at work. Also, my girlfriend is about to start her rotations, so I've been able to play a lot of RuneScape at home. As of now, I've just been able to play a shit ton, but I'm expecting that to change sometime in the near future. I think some of you guys might enjoy this series, and I wouldn't want to leave y'all hanging. So I'm thinking about waiting until I have a lot more of the next episode recorded before I release this one. Just in case I have to stop playing for a while, I'd be able to upload another episode shortly after this one. I've been playing on this account for almost a month now, and we've made some pretty good progress so far. RuneLight says I'm averaging around 24,000 woodcutting experience an hour, which I think is pretty good. And I'm hoping I'll be able to finish 99 woodcutting before the end of July. Level 92 woodcutting. This level seems like a good milestone to show you guys a bank update. We have well over 1,000 birds' nests with over 360 of them containing seeds, which we will open up at the end of this episode. We also have 114,000 oak logs. I do not know why us humans are addicted to number go up, but the more I see the stack go up, the more motivated I am to play. Every single day, I get to watch this guy try to lure people for a couple hours, and it is pretty entertaining, but he's been off his game lately. I haven't seen him get a kill in like a week or so. I've been woodcutting for almost 18 hours, averaging around 23,000 XP an hour. I did some calculations, and I'm still over 200 hours away from 99 woodcutting. I know extreme one-chunkers are crazy, and as they like to say, autistic, but wow, this grind is honestly next level. My respect for anyone that has completed this chunk has truly skyrocketed. Also, in case anybody was wondering, here is my current time played. 15 days, 19 hours since I've arrived 35 days ago. Pretty damn disgusting. Alright, so after thinking for about an hour, I have decided to stop cutting oaks and to finish the grind cutting willow trees. Originally, I was going to cut oaks until 99 woodcutting because I would be banking the logs needed for the 99 construction grind if I ever rolled a chunk that allowed me to make planks. Now, there's a couple of reasons why I am switching from oaks to willows. The first is because in PvP worlds, you can't spawn random events, and I want to see if I can get a head start on the 99 defense grind. I want to collect a couple more mystery boxes for the chance at the Mithril Skimmy, as well as some experience lamps, so I can use it on agility. Sweaty Chunk asked me what I was lamping, and when I told him farming, he told me to stop and to switch to agility because you actually run out of run energy when you are killing men over here, which that totally caught me by surprise. That wasn't even something I would have ever thought of, so thank you, Sweaty Chunk. The second reason is because I would actually like to keep my hardcore status for a little bit longer. I really thought that I was going to die right away, but I only ever got attacked twice. And both of those times actually happened today. So I am taking this as a sign from Chunk Saw himself to get the hell out of Dodge. I am going to be cutting the willow logs into arrow shafts, so I'm pretty sure I'm going to be getting less woodcutting experience an hour, but I believe the trade-off is worth it. I'm hoping you guys like the idea of being able to influence the future of this account by voting on every 5th chunk roll. This twist to the OneChunk series excites me, but also scares me. because I'm a little worried you guys are going to be choosing the most brutal chunks possible. Also, I just realized that I can get flax from the beekeeper random once I've completed the outfit. So that means I'm going to have an additional chunk task of 40 range, because I will have to turn that flax into a bowstring and then that bowstring into a yew longbow, which I will have to wear. I'm in no rush to complete that task, but whenever I feel like it, I'm just going to be taking the 25 arrows from the range tutor over here and killing the men. Where are they? Killing the men over here for some passive range experience. Oh my fucking gosh, guys. I just realized that you can get a black axe from beginner clues. This entire time, I thought that black axes came from easy clues. Oh, wow, I feel like a fucking idiot. Now, there are two reasons why I am very frustrated with myself right now. The first reason is because I have 3 beginner caskets in my bank that I was saving for the end of the episode, because I did not know there was anything in those caskets that could potentially make this grind go by faster. The second reason is because I have probably let 10 beginner clues despawn on accident, because I just forgot to, pick them up and drop them again. So that was a potential, I would say 3 to 5 more beginner caskets that I could have gotten. So, well, there's really no point of just saving these for the end. I might as well open them now and see if I can get lucky and get a black axe. There are only a couple items that we really want from these caskets. Those items are the monk robe top, the monk robe bottom, the black axe, of course, the black scimitar, and then lastly, any staff. Those are the only items that we really want. Alright, here we go. Can we get lucky? No. Nope. And okay, staff of we got an earth staff. That's not bad. That's not bad. I have some pretty awesome news to share with you all. Remember earlier in the episode when I explained that the last thing Sweaty Chunk needed to roll a new chunk was a clue step that required him to kill a man for a key? Well, it actually is possible to get that step from a bird's nest, and we know that because I just got it. This is a bittersweet moment because I was the one who got the clue and not him, but he currently has 38 million woodcutting experience, and he didn't even know if it was possible for Bird's Nest to drop them. Especially because of the glitch with beginner clues, which is still a thing, by the way. I've only ever gotten the Bob step. Anyway, we can finally bring this chapter to a close. 75 fletching. Yesterday we hit 1 million arrow shafts. Look how clean this stack looks. Initially, I was only going to fletch arrow shafts until I hit 99 woodcutting, but after some thinking, I realized I would be wasting a lot of GP if I continue down this path. So instead, I'm going to be fletching willow longbows and selling them to the general store. My bank is starting to look really awesome. We almost have every single random event outfit, which is pretty cool. We're just missing some camo pieces. Also, we recently got some flax, the beekeeper event, so now I officially have the task of getting 40 range to wield a yew longbow. I've been staring at this tab trying to figure out if I'm missing any additional tasks other than 43 crafting to cut this diamond and 40 range to wield a yew longbow, and I just can't think of anything. So if I am missing something, please tell me in the comments. Alright, so I know I'm like 1 to 2 years away from even rolling a chunk, but I just think it'd be pretty cool to go over each chunk that I could roll, as well as the major goal for each chunk. Starting off with number 1, it is a 75 farming requirement to plant a magic tree. Number 2 is a 90 mining requirement to mine a tier 9 shooting star. Number 3 is a 55 cooking requirement to cook a pita bread. And number 4 is basically a free chunk. There is no major goal for this chunk. I am also going to be able to roll canoe chunks, but only if there is a way to get back. For example, I can roll the Barbarian Village chunk, the Edgeville chunk, and the Ferox Enclave chunk, because when I get there, I can canoe back, which is also why the Champions Guild canoe chunk is not able to be rolled, because it drops you off in this chunk, but in order to get back, you'd have to cross over into this chunk, which is obviously not allowed. Now, the major goals for chunks 5, 6, and 7 are as following. The Barbarian Village chunk is a 50 smithing requirement to smith a mithril bar. The Edgeville chunk is actually a really cool chunk. I have to get every single item from the 3 bosses in the Edgeville dungeon, which are the Moss Giant boss, the Hill Giant boss, and the Rat boss Scurious, which this is the chunk I want to do the most, which is why I have a red heart in the top right corner. And then chunk 7, the Ferox Enclave chunk, is also pretty simple. I have to spend 1,000,000 GP to unlock loot keys. There is Last Man Standing here, but if you recall from the beginning of the episode, this is a meme grind to me because I've never PK'd before and I don't care to PK whatsoever. And even if it wasn't a meme grind, there's a 1500 total level requirement, which I don't have. I have the ability to block 3 rollable chunks. And I'm obviously going to be saving those for the most brutal, the most disgusting death chunks possible. So that's what I'm going to go over. If I roll chunk number 1, that means that the Draenor Village chunk would be possible to roll. And this chunk is a 99 farming requirement to get the skill cape, which is 100% a death chunk, a account killer. So this will be blocked. And the other chunk comes from if we roll the Edgeville chunk. If we roll the Edgeville chunk, the 99 prayer chunk becomes available, and that is also a chunk that we will be blocking. Both of these chunks, the 99 prayer and the 99 farming, would take multiple years to complete. And that is not something I would like to do. So those would be the 2 chunks that I would block. 97 frickin' woodcutting.
Level 98 woodcutting. 1 more to go.
Alright, we got another beginner clue. Can we get lucky? I can't believe it, guys. The grind is finally over. We are 639 experience away from level 99 woodcutting. On our path to level 99 woodcutting, we ended up with 83 fletching, as well as level 12 agility from using the lamps that we got from random events. And of course, when we get level 20 agility, we'll switch back to lamping farming, but that's for next episode. But before we cut a couple more logs and finish this out once and for all, I'm going to be opening up all of the birds' nests and mystery boxes that we received. We managed to collect over 2,000 birds' nests with almost 700 of them containing seeds, as well as receiving 6 mystery boxes. So I'm extremely excited to finally open these up. Now, the seeds that we really want are acorns, willows, maples, yews, and of course the magic seed. So wish me luck. Alright, we just opened up all of the bird's nests, and I am pretty happy with the results. 142 acorns, 88 willow seeds, 45 maple seeds, 16 yew seeds, and 1 magic seed. Let's open up the mystery boxes. Now, a majority of the items you can get from opening up mystery boxes are straight junk, but there are a few things I can get that will massively increase my combat experience per hour, which will speed up the 99 defense grind. These items are a Mithril Scimitar, a Rune 2H, a Rune Battle Axe, a Rune Spear, and a Dragon Spear. Oh, alright, Jagex, please. Please. Okay. Alright, shit. Clue scroll that we cannot complete. Shit. Yes! Let's go! Yes! Oh my gosh, I'm so happy. I am so happy. And lastly, an onion. Oh my gosh, let's go. That is so clutch. It's gonna help so much, guys. Alright, last thing before we buy the cape, let's check our time played. We spent 26 days and 10 hours since I have arrived 61 days ago, so I no-lifed quite a bit. As I am chopping the logs needed to get 99 woodcutting, here are the music tracks that I have unlocked, in case anybody was wondering. There we go. Level 99 woodcutting without leaving Lumbridge. Woo! Now, let's get this woodcutting cape. Yes, please. And no problem. Alright, there is the woodcutting cape. Let's do that sweet 99 woodcutting emote. So sick.